Hi guys, so this is my 1974 Chevy Chevelle Malibu, and the one thing a lot of people don't like about these vehicles is the big 5-mile-an-hour bumpers. Everybody wants to cut and narrow them. So I'm going to do this as kind of a little bit of a tutorial, a little bit of showing off. Now mine are tucked in pretty much as far as you can. They're narrowed 3 inches. These front ones were narrowed right here to bring them in, and it's tucked in as far as you can go to bring it up against the body. Now, one thing people do say is that they just want to run it with no fillers. You can do that, but I actually made this because once you narrow it, the factory stuff does not fit. And with nothing at all in there, it looks kind of like it's missing something. So you're going to have to deal with that. Also, this particular bumper, all the bumper bolts that would go right here have all been shaved off. The license plate holes have been shaved off, and the bumper jack slots have been shaved. So it's nice and smooth. It's tucked right in. Now, let me come back to the back. Back has been done the same way. Now, one thing I've heard people say is to cut it in the middle, right here, to narrow it. The problem you're gonna get with that is the backing inside this thing would also, if you cut that, none of the holes are gonna line up to put it back together. So you'd be stuck trying to fabricate your own way on how to mount the thing. So this one, I put 1.5 inch tape right where the bumper jack slots were on either side, here and here. I had my boy, Brian Jackson, a little shout out here, welded for me. This one has also had all the bolts shaved off. And as with on the front, you can't really go without fillers because otherwise there'll be nothing right here, nothing right here. On this particular car, I just trimmed the heck out of the fillers. I mean, it ends right here because once you narrow it, they're not even come close to fitting anymore. So this is tucked like so. I actually added a little bit of mud just to get it to flow really well. But the magic number, it seems like, on these big 5-mile-an-hour bumpers is 3 inches you take out of them to get them to fit nicely. Now, I'm familiar with GM cars, 73 to 77. I know Fords have the same problem with the big wide bumpers. I can't give too many insights on that. And then as far as that's the narrowing, to bring them in, the easiest way is just to drill out the bumper shocks, pound them in to where you want them, and just weld them in place. Or just run a screw into it just to hold them in place. Not a big deal. Then you're gonna have to play with a bunch of shims to get it exactly where you want. But it's a lot of work. It's not real difficult if you can weld or know somebody that can weld. And I think it's worth the effort. Granted, you're not going to have the 5-mile-an-hour crash ability that it was supposed to have, but that's a trade-off for style. So with that, I'm going to ask that you guys like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to keep the car content up. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.